It should pop up on, yep.
Live streamed.
Welcome to Inside the Outlook. My name is Shani McIlwain. I am the Director of Community Engagement here at Presbyterian Outlook. And we are so excited. I have our editor here, Teri McDowell Ott, who we just thought that instead of a live to ask for money on Giving Tuesday, that we would come here and say thank you to all our generous donors. Thank you for those that contribute in small and large ways to make the Outlook what it is, and then give you a little sneak peek of what's happening here at the Outlook, where we all work remotely but are still connected. And so, Teri,
hey,
take it away and reintroduce yourself to the
All
people.
right, I'm excited to be here with Shani. And you should say that your title is new. We're giving an inside. I really hope we can do these Inside Outlook Facebook Lives on a regular basis, just to give our audience a little sneak peek at what's happening and what's coming in terms of the Outlook. And Shani has a new title. She's the Director of Community Engagement, because it's just so innate to Shani's spirit to be engaged with community. So I'm excited about that. But we are giving thanks for our donors today on Giving Tuesday. We're flipping the script and we're saying thank you to everybody who supported the Outlook. We just had an amazing fall fundraising campaign. We had a donor say they would give us a $25,000 gift that we if we matched it, if we raised $25,000. And so we not only raised the matching $25,000, but we raised $31,000. So we more than matched the match. And that's all because of the people who believe in our mission and ministry, and it's just extraordinary. It's a huge help. Not only raised the matching 25 ministry.
Sorry.
We prayed for no technical difficulties, and then there they go.
Right, and then you hear yourself like, "Where is that coming from?"
I was like, I think that sounds like me. But, so we were just really thrilled with the results of that fundraising campaign, and people should know that the way the Outlook funds its ministry is through 3 revenue streams: through fundraising, subscriptions, and advertising. And so all that's our independent publisher and how we fund ourselves. And so the people's gifts is a huge support for us, and really it makes all that we do possible. So we're grateful for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the ways we wanted, what we wanted to do in this 30 minutes or so is to show you exactly where your contributions go. And so, Teri, if you'd like to share your screen and unveil, we have a magazine redesign project that was funded by a grant from St. Philip's Presbyterian Church down in Houston. You traveled there a couple months ago. And so can you share a little bit about that and the excitement around that?
I will, but we're supposed to have like a drum roll or something.
Right.
But so just a big shout out to St. Philip Presbyterian Church in Houston has been a huge supporter of ours. And they were the ones that gave us the grant that we used to fund the Trust Black Women issue and do many projects around that particular project. And now they've helped us get a whole new magazine redesign that is going to drop in people's mailboxes with the first issue in January of 2023. And so we contracted with the money. We contracted with Melissa Allen's agency. She works in DC, and her design agency is called Mad Creative. And she gave us so many options. We really were excited. It was a really hard decision for the cover and the branding of the Outlook. but we're ready to reveal. This is the sneak peek for what the new magazine is going to look like. Should we do a little drum roll, Shani?
Yeah.
Something? Here you go.
I'm not good with drum rolls, but how's that?
Okay, I didn't hear a drum roll, but this is it. And
awesome.
I know we're really excited about it. And just to explain what we were going for, and this is just the cover, and you'll see the same graphics used with different cover themes, because each magazine issue has a different theme. So that the color scheme and the graphics will change, but the Presbyterian Outlook branding and what we're super excited about is the new Outlook O, which you'll see. We had a lot of, we had so many decisions. I think there were about 6 different cover options to choose from. And we landed on this one because it really nailed what we were going for. We wanted a modern, clean, smart look that moves the Outlook forward into today's world. And we also really needed an O. You know, we often use the large O of Outlook in other branding resources that we publish and put out, and on our website and our curriculum and our devotionals. You'll see the O plays prominently in our Outlook brand. And so we really wanted an O. And Melissa Allen and her team came up with this O. I'll show some other options, which is we really love, because it's supposed to be like a telescopic O, giving a new outlook, new perspective on the world. And so I'm really excited about the new O. And so that's what it'll look like in general branding. But this is going to be the new cover of the Outlook that people will have in their mailboxes come January. And then you'll see the graphics. So the whole magazine's been redesigned inside and out, and it's got a really holistic feel to it. So it's the whole design throughout. It goes together, and you'll see it's really smart looking, very clean, modern, easy to read. It highlights our content. And we really couldn't be more excited about it. So, and I'll tell you a little bit more about what's inside once I'll stop share. Is that all right if I stop sharing now?
Yep.
Okay. So that was a sneak peek just for you people on Facebook Live.
And Jonathan says he loves it.
Oh, good. Yay. I'm so glad Jonathan likes it. He's a real visual guy, so that's
right.
Good. But inside the Outlook, inside the magazine itself, we've made some changes. Most of the layout will remain the same in terms of regular columns, features, shorter articles in the back, at a glance from the archives. All that will the benedictory will remain. We have decided, though, that we are going to move the uniform lessons, which take up 3 pages towards the end of the magazine. We're going to move those to the website, which gives us 3 pages to play with in the magazine. And so within those 3 pages, we're adding a 1-page discussion guide, which will, each magazine focuses on a different theme, and the features go along with that theme. And so the discussion guide will be questions church groups, small groups, college groups can take the whole magazine as a resource itself, use the discussion guide that go along with the feature articles, and just use the magazine as a resource to dig into that theme that the magazine is focused on. And then in the other 2 pages that we have freed up, we're going to do rotate between 2 new columns. Cynthia Rigby from Austin Theological Seminary is writing a regular column for us called Living Theology. Cynthia is on a mission to make theology accessible to everyone and to make sure people understand that theology matters. And so she's going to be writing a column called Living Theology. That'll be in every other issue moving forward. And then we're also going to have another column called Faithful Conversation. And this is, in this day when our conversations are so divisive, and we really want to, and as part of our mission, you'll see at the tagline on the front page of our magazine is leading faithful conversations in the church and beyond. Yeah. And so the faithful conversation will be a dialogue between three different people of different perspectives, scholars or theologians or pastors or lay people on a topic that they choose and perhaps don't agree on. But it'll be like I don't know, like a text speak. It's more than that. It's a written dialogue, like an interview. You would see it for a minute. Where we'll have one person serving as sort of the host of the conversation and introduce the topic, and then there'll be the conversation from the other responders. And so we'll have that new faithful conversation column, and I'm really excited about all of that. I think it's going to be, they're going to be great new contributions to the magazine.
Absolutely, and I think it's it just brings everything kind of full, it encompasses everything and what we said. And I, forgive me for talking over you, but I was just so excited because I'm like, oh, this is all about our tagline, leading faithful conversations in the church and beyond. And so to have the discussion guide and to have that dialogue where teaching people how to talk healthy, right? And I think I just came back last month from a whole week of getting trained, mediation training and the dialogue for peaceful change, and what it means to be in community and have differences, but to talk through them in a healthy way. Because I think we forgot how to be civil in a lot of spaces, right?
Yeah, and I do. I think we need more models of healthy conversation. Right. And I really do hope that the Faithful Conversation article columns will take on hot topics, not only like theological topics where we might have different opinions and different perspectives, but also social topics, ethical issues, things that are in the news and happening right now in our world, and yet we have disagreement and different perspectives about. But this column, I really am excited that can show that people can still converse and have vigorous debate and walk away as still siblings in Christ. So I'm excited to see where it goes. It's all a grand experiment. It might be, who knows? Right.
Well, I'm excited as well. And for those that are listening and watching, if you want to ask a question, you can drop it in the chat. Teri, we do have time to share another update. People have asked, and they have asked, and so what is changing about one of the things that we provide every Monday to those faithful smaller churches and congregations that particularly are lay-led and use our resources. There's a big thing that we are doing come January that hopefully will cause less emails.
I know, and Shani's appropriately making it a very big deal because she knows how hard it was to make this change. But yeah, our worship resources have been very popular, particularly our liturgy. I think it's funny. I think the people who are preaching are fine with getting the lectionary reflection the Monday before the Sunday they have to preach. But the people who use our worship liturgy that we publish, currently we release it on Monday before the Sunday, and people have been asking again and again that we put it out earlier. So we have reworked our whole production timeline. We have we're pushing, I should just say, we're pushing real hard in December to move the whole production timeline up a week earlier, so that come January, we will be ready to drop those worship resources 2 weeks ahead of the Sunday where people will need them in use in worship. So yeah, we're working real hard to make that possible in the new year. So we have heard, and I do, it's really important that we listen to what people need and what they want, and we want to serve to the best of our ability. And so we're making that change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, this has been fun. We want to do Inside Outlook for over the course of the year, maybe every quarter, just so you can see what we're doing and how your contributions matter and what goes behind after you give. Yeah, a lot of times we give and then we're like, well, what happened with that project? And so we want to be able to share with you all what is happening and what we're doing, and how we are able to stay independent for over 200 years is because all of you support us here. And so, Teri, any final words?
No, I could share. People might be interested to hear what I'm currently working on right now.
Yes.
I was joking with Shani, but my life is a little off kilter to the liturgical season. I am working really fast and really hard right now on getting my Lent devotions done. They are.
I was like, what
devotions? Rose Schrott-Taylor is really good about keeping us all on deadline. And yes. My Lent devotions, I have got to get written by Christmas. So if I'm going to get everything else done that I need to get done, so I'm thinking all about Lent at the moment, but while still trying to enjoy Advent and Christmas with my family.
Yeah.
And we are really excited. The Advent devotions have sold well. I was really excited about how our Advent devotions turned out this year. We pulled together a bunch of poetry submissions from Outlook readers and supporters, and so I think our Advent devotions turned out really well. I just like that it wasn't all me. I think a little variety is always good. So we had a lot of people contribute to our Advent devotions this year.
And just a little fun fact, y'all. Teri loves poetry. So if you are a poet and you want to be published, send a really good poem and she will make sure it gets in.
I love it.
You love poetry. Why is that a form of literature that you love so much, Teri?
Well, and I should clarify, I love to read poetry. I really am not, I don't write poetry. And poetry is great because, it's just a real skill of minimalistic writing and conveying a thought and a feeling with the fewest words. Mm-hmm. You just have to really be very precise as a writer, I think, to pull off a poem.
Yes.
And if there are poets out there that are listening, I love a poem that will, I think poetry, and I've often said the poets are the prophets of our world today, because they help us pay attention to things that really matter. Yeah. Even if it's just nature, like a flower or something in our environment, the precision a poet has with his or her words helps you really attend to whatever it is that you should be attending to, and be in that present moment with the poem and the words. But then I really love poems that surprise me with some sort of just meaning or epiphany at the end, where I'm just like, oh yeah, that's beautiful, or oh, that's true, or it's just like things like, I just read a poem about a blue jay, and it was really beautifully done, And at the end, you know, I noticed a blue jay in a tree in my backyard, and it just makes you attend to your world a little better when a good poem. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I really like poetry. So yeah, people should submit their poetry.
Absolutely. Well, we are at the time. I do want to, Teri brought up Lent, but before Lent starts, we have our webinar at the top of the year in early February. So more details will be coming out that, but it's a creating writing webinar. And as a writer myself, I'm excited for that. And we did a great, creative writing as a spiritual practice. And one of the first webinars that we did when you came on board was the photography webinar that did so well. And so Jonathan Watson was the host, our guest lecturer of that webinar. So we just wanted to kind of continue the same vein. So that would be
Shan Overton. Shan Overton is leading our webinar on creative writing, and I'm really excited about that. I think a lot of people will get a lot out of that. Yeah. And so that's going to be great.
Maybe it'll help you become a poet.
Maybe. Or I might just keep reading it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Teri, and for all those that are watching. And we just want to reiterate the fact that we are grateful for all of your gifts and your continued support of the Presbyterian Outlook. We are grateful and we thank you on this Giving Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much to everybody who supports us. And thank you, Shani, for all your amazing community engagement. Really love it.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching. Hi, Alfred.
Oh, good.
Peace.